Hi guys. I figured go ahead and give you my TNA review. Instead of going in order, I'm gonna go a little bit out of order since I only have 15 minutes. Oh, that's Smackdown. That's next. Taz and Mike today on commentary. So I'll just give my thoughts on what went down with the Aces and Eights and Hulk Hogan and his return. He got interviewed and said that he'd give his thoughts about the book test marker situation later. Bully Ray patched in Tito Ortiz, which wasn't a surprise. It was necessarily Vito, from that guy that used to wear the dress. Um, and then so because he says that he never needed Devon, and all the people were talking about how we all knew that the careers are on the line, and Mr. Anderson was a little bit against it, patching in Tito since nobody we since they didn't really take a club vote on it. Um, and then he says he's gonna talk to Hulk Hogan later tonight. So then we get to later, and then backstage, the Aces and Eights are talking about that, but they also are talking about how they could be taking a vote about who's going to be the president of Aces and Eights because Anderson doesn't, because they don't like the fact that he just kind of kicked Devon to the side like that. Um, but then Hulk Hogan comes out. He says that Bullywig.
One chips though? What, Cheetos?
Yep.
These are
Okay. Nice, lovely hot dog, just for me. He comes out. Bullyway comes out and says that he will that he used Brooke, he used you, and he used Brooke to get the championship. Um, Hulk Hogan announces that Bullyway says he doesn't have to do crap until Bound for Glory, but Hulk Hogan says that he's won. That he's gonna have to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Mr. Anderson. No. He's gonna have to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against one of the Aces and Eights members, which I think is gonna be Anderson. I think he's gonna turn face and maybe beat Bullyway for the World Championship. I would like to see that happen. Then he says that in 2 weeks on the No Surrender paper, because the No Surrender show, and then he's gonna have to defend it next week against Stin, which makes no sense since he lost at Slammiversary and he's not supposed to have a world title match ever again, and now he's having a world title match. It makes no sense. I know he's the GM, but deal's a deal. And I'm gonna talk about Gail Kim. No, ODB beat Gail Kim in a pretty good match for the contendership for the Knockouts Championship. I don't remember the match that much, but live reactions are up. So Jeff Hardy beat, because tonight was must win in the Bound for Glory series. If you won your matches, you got to the final four. Jeff Hardy beat Kazarian. Austin Aries beat Christopher Daniels. After the Brainbuster, Hardy after the Swanton. And AJ Styles had a match with Bobby Roode. He cut a pretty good promo about how he always had to carry the company. How he always had to pick up the company and after Dixie Carter messed it up. And he also says that because he also says stuff like him not being able to get a title match for a year. How the TNA wasn't using him properly, and he felt like he needed to go into a darker form. But now he likes being the go-to boy. He likes making TNA better, and then he faces Bobby Roode in a pretty good match and but he rolls him up for the win. But the points weren't enough to get him into the final four. So Velvet Sky even gets interviewed, and she talks about how she's in a. They talk about how she's in a relationship with Chris Sabin, and they like to keep that out of wrestling. I hope they don't use that in future storylines. And Hulk Hogan announces that next week there's going to be a final Bound for Glory gauntlet match, which is like a Royal Rumble. And I guess all the participants are going to be in it, and he says like the winner gets 20 points or something. I forget, but I'm going to be doing a live reaction to that. That's really all that happened though. TNA was pretty good this week. It wasn't the best. And I guess I'll do a SmackDown review on this video. We have JBL and Michael Cole on commentary, so I'm gonna do it separate. We get Miz TV with Big Show and Dolph Ziggler, and they're really too afraid to say anything because they know that Triple H is gonna punish him, and they kind of did. So they're wondering why they're so mad about it, since it's right for business not to have Bryan the champion. So he gives Big Show the night off, but he has to sit like ringside and do nothing. He can't get involved in any matches. All he can do is sit there. He gives Miz a match with Randy Orton, and he makes Dolph Ziggler face the Shield in a handicap match again. Miz and Orton ends up losing to Miz in a pretty good match. The Shield do attack Miz after, and Big Show can't do nothing, but Bryan comes out with a chair and evens the odds, and Vic Guerrero and Ryback call him a bully, for some odd reason. But Daniel Bryan ends up so she makes Daniel Bryan versus Ryback. It showed the Lost Matadors vignette twice tonight. And then the Shield versus Dolph Ziggler match. Rollins powerbomb Ziggler and Reigns speared Ziggler, and then Bryan versus Ryback. Ryback, I think, got disqualified because Orton interfered, and Bryan tried to put him in the yes lock, label lock, no lock, whatever you want to call it. But the Shield interferes, and Orton and the Shield are attacking Bryan. Big Show gets out of his chair and wants to help him, but Triple H makes him leave, so he leaves. And then Orton attacks and the Shield continuing the attack. The Shield triple power bombs Bryan, and Orton sprays paint no on it, which is on the thumbnail of the live reaction. So Luke Harper and Eric Rowan squashed Tons of Funk, which didn't bother me. RVD beat Damian Sandow. I don't like the way Damian Sandow is being used. I think he should be used way better. I think that's it. That's all that really happened in SmackDown and TNA this week. They were good shows. They weren't bad. SmackDown was a great show, actually. If you see my live reaction, SmackDown was a great show. And a live reaction for TNA, it was alright. TNA was actually pretty good too. The only thing I didn't really care for was the Hulk Hogan segment, but TNA was good and SmackDown was good. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back. I might be going on the live reactions channel doing Nightmare on Elm Street live reactions. I'll think about it. But it might be tomorrow. Actually, maybe today. I feel like watching the movie right now. I just have to find it. Because I haven't seen it. I have it like buried in a bag somewhere, but I'll find it and watch it. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. For those of you that have, peace out.